Hey, what's up everybody? It is Friday, December 31st. Happy New Year's Eve. 2022 is tomorrow. Let's kick today off with a bang. Sport and Power, Iron Up and Fitness, you guys are hanging out together today, but everybody's starting off with a 1 rep max seated shoulder press. So you're sitting on a bench, you're taking the barbell out of the rack, keep the abs tight, avoid any lean backs, you don't want to fall back or anything like that. And start with lightweight and high reps and make small jumps, continuing to do high-ish reps as you progress to this 1 rep max. And that'll get a lot of volume in on the shoulders and it'll help you really develop that shoulder strength. As we get done with that, we're moving on to part 2, 4 to 5 rounds, 100-foot bear crawl or 50-foot dumbbell bear crawl. Dumbbell bear crawl is just pulling the dumbbell up, setting it down each time. Then 30 seconds, that's 15 seconds on each side, sledgehammers, 30 seconds of battling ropes, out, in, left, right, every which way, followed by a minute of rest. You're gonna be a little bit out of breath when you get done with those. Coming into part 3, 4 rounds, 15 band pull-aparts. So grabbing a light band, red or a black band, depending on where you are, and squeezing it apart. Then AMRAP rear delt raises. We're focusing on the top range only. So we wanna go super light with these. You're hinging over. We're trying to target this muscle right here. So avoid any of the squeezing of the scapula. Set that scapula in place and just focus on this movement right here. After that, 40 seconds of rest. Then big gun power hour. Work up to a heavy 8 to 10 bicep movement. Okay, any curl you want. Once you've worked up to that 8 to 10, you're gonna get a 1 minute rest. Then you're gonna AMRAP that heavy weight that you just worked up to. Then you're gonna do drop sets, okay? So once you've done the AMRAP with the heavy weight, you're gonna lower the weight, AMRAP, lower the weight, AMRAP, lower the weight, last AMRAP, that's 4 AMRAPs, back to back to back, descending in weight from this heavy 8 to 10. You'll get 1 minute of rest, then you're gonna do the same thing we just did, but with the triceps. That's 1 round. You're gonna do that twice. Whew! It's gonna get hot. The pump is gonna be real. Lagging muscle at the end, this is anything that you want to work on, any skill that you're trying to develop or any specific muscle group you're trying to grow. Ask the team leader for help on that. And then just think about what your goals are. After that, part 2 for Iron Up and Fitness, AMRAP weighted ring rows with the floor rest reset. So we want to set our rings up low. We're going to lower we should be starting on the ground. I'm gonna row up. I've got a plate or a vest or some kind of weighted implement, like a dumbbell or something like that that's not gonna roll around too much. I'm gonna row up, lower myself back down. My back will touch the ground, and that's gonna give me a little rest reset. So I'm gonna lose a little bit of tension when my back touches the ground before I row back up. And you wanna think about these kind of like floor press. Your elbow touches, and then you press back up. So very controlled on those. Then AMRAP weighted push-ups, plate, whatever it is that's on your back. If you have access to a vest, use a vest. Then 1 minute of rest. Part 3, 3 rounds, AMRAP dumbbell upright rows. Keep those elbows out a little bit. We're hitting the side and front delts kind of in a strange way. It's a little bit more side delt. Then AMRAP side delt raises here. So we took them at one angle, now we're hitting them at a different angle. 20 seconds of rest. Then AMRAP dumbbell shrugs, squeezing those traps. Remember, we don't want to just squeeze straight up. We want to squeeze kind of up and back at an angle. Then AMRAP band pulls to the chest with scapula movement. So line the band up straight out. And then as you pull in it, squeeze the scapula together. As you pull and think about ripping the band apart across your chest. 1 minute of rest, then part 4, big gun power hour. Part 5, lagging muscle. I don't know if there's gonna be any lagging muscles here. Might as well just do some mobility. TDY, your part 1 is 4 by AMRAP seated dumbbell shoulder press. Again, lots of reps at lightweight and then kind of add on weight each set. Really kind of build up a lot of volume on the shoulders. Minute of rest between each of those. Then 4 rounds, AMRAP dumbbell seal rows. Set yourself up on a bench, pulling up the AMRAP active release push-ups. Chest touches the ground, hands come off. Check out the MHT Daily for all these video demos. Minute of rest, and then it's the same thing that we did over here in part 3, but instead of these band pulls to chest, you're gonna do AMRAP rear delts. Minute of rest of those, and then part 4, big gun power hour with laggy muscle to round it out. That's it for this year. Say sayonara 2021. It's time for 2022. Hoo-yah, never quit.